Thank you very much for having us. So my name is Laura, and I'm the Access and Widening Participation Manager here at LAMDA.
Hi everyone, I'm Eleanor. I'm the Access and Widening Participation Officer here at LAMDA.
So today we are going to speak a little bit about LAMDA, but we're really going to focus in on one of the types of support that we offer in our team, the Pathways program. So LAMDA is the oldest drama school in the UK, and we believe in the power of the collective, where each individual contribution makes the whole stronger. And at LAMDA, we have an ensemble culture. So that means that we want you to feel that you can be brave and seen and empowered, that you can play, that you can take creative risks, that you can fail, that you can try again, because that's what we believe is needed for creative growth. We have some notable alumni. Thank you, Ellie, for the next slide. So that's people who have previously attended LAMDA that you can see up on the screen here. It includes Ruth Wilson, Chitwell Ejiofor, Benedict Cumberbatch, John Lithgow, and Brian Cox. And there are many, many others, but that's just to highlight just a few of the people that have been to LAMDA and studied at LAMDA.
Right, so just talking you through then some of the courses that we offer here at LAMDA. I'm not sure where everyone's at in their kind of education journey right now, but we are a higher education institution, so you do need to be 18 years old before you start on one of our courses. And we offer all those courses there that you can see on the screen. So we do a foundation in stage and screen. So that's a 1-year course that sort of comes before what then you might typically go on to do a BA, which is a 3-year. And then we have 2 3-year courses, 2 BAs, one in acting and performance, and one in what we call production and technical arts, which is sort of the backstage roles. So whether you're someone that likes performing and being on stage and being on screen, or someone who prefers to be behind the scenes, we have 2 very strong 3-year BA courses offering both of those things. Then we have we have our MAs and MFAs, which are Masters or Masters of Fine Arts. And these are postgraduate courses for people that have already completed a BA or what we call an undergraduate degree, who want to sort of further specialise or do some extra training on what they've already got. And we do master's courses in directing, specifically classical acting, so Shakespeare and things, an MFA in professional acting, which is a 2-year course, somewhat equivalent to the BA, but just a little bit more fast paced for people that are used to that higher level of study, and an MA in musical theatre. Alongside that, we also have short courses and semester programs and things as well. If then you are interested in any of these courses, and I should say that they sort of people might take 2 routes, and you might go to a traditional academic university and study things like theatre or film at a university. LAMDA here on our courses, they're a bit more of a sort of vocational and conservatoire style training. So you might come to a drama school like LAMDA instead of going to like a traditional academic university. Unless you were to do the postgrad course, then we have a lot of people coming from English degrees, psychology degrees, history degrees, and then they come and do their masters here in acting. But if this is something that you think interests you, and you don't really know where to start, Laura and I work on something called the Pathways program. And this is a skills development program a skills development program to support you through the application and audition journey. And this is specifically for people who might face barriers to accessing higher education, such as financial barriers or access to kind of expertise and facilities that would support you and help you getting to a drama school. Through the Pathways program, we're aiming to reach people that are currently or historically underrepresented in the arts and higher education as well. And through that program, we support all the way through the application, the audition process, helping with audition fee waivers, workshops, Q&As, and all sorts of things to support you to getting, hopefully, to higher education, to LAMDA, to drama school, or a career in the arts in general. Some of that support, as I've mentioned, a couple more things. So things that you can get there, audition and application fee waivers. So with UCAS, any of you applying will know that there's a UCAS fee. If you are on our Pathways program, then we waive that fee so you don't have to pay for your auditions and your applications. We can support with travel bursaries for you traveling to LAMDA for the auditions, free workshops, as I said. We do big hub days around the country that we call Introduction to Drama School Days, giving you an insight into what LAMDA is like. And so you'd be invited to those, free tickets to our productions, and opportunities to meet and have Q&As with current staff and students as well.
Now, there is an eligibility to apply and be part of our Pathways program. And all of this information is on our website, but I think it's important that we highlight a few of these as well. So first of all, you have to want to apply to be part of one of our undergraduate or foundation courses. And you will not have been to university before. You must be resident in the UK, and we are looking to support individuals who come from a household who has an income that is less than 43,000 a year, or if you've maybe received free school meals in school or in college, then we can consider that too. We take people who have attended a UK state school for the entirety of their education, and you do need to be 18 years old by the time that your course at LAMDA, if you were successful at getting on, would begin. So that is a requirement as well. So in addition, there's a few other things that we keep in mind when considering people to be part of our Pathways program. And that is because, as Ellie said, historically or in the past, people from some of these backgrounds maybe haven't had the same opportunities to attend drama school or to have a career in the arts. So we also particularly want to support people who have one or more of the following. You might identify as D, deaf or disabled. You might be care experienced. You might be from the global majority, or you might be from a particular postcode area that we can check for you, or be one of our Pathways partner participants. So we work with organisations in London, but also around the whole of the UK to support individuals who are interested in drama school. Lovely. Now you'll see up on the screen, that is our contact details. If you've got any questions, you're very welcome to get in touch. And that inbox, the awp.team, is us. It's Eleanor and myself. And so you now have met us, you know who you're getting in touch with, and that QR code links you to our webpage so that you can read more about the Pathways program. You can also Google it, it comes up quite quickly. But now we'd really like to hear from you and hear if you have any questions for us about LAMDA, about the Pathways program, or anything else that's related.
Thank you guys. Really enjoyed that. I have visited LAMDA, so I know how yeah, like fun it is there. Like there's all these different like stages and studios. So do you guys do open days?
We do open days. We've unfortunately just had our two for this year. So we had one in September and we just had one at the weekend. But yeah, we do them twice a year, and they'll come around again every September and November. If people were interested for next year, they're free to attend. You're very welcome to come. If anyone is wanting to visit the building kind of outside of that, if you're on our Pathways program, do apply to it and we can then absolutely get you in for a tour or for workshops and all the other things that we run. So yeah, there's plenty of ways to come visit or come see a show if you're in London,
yes,
even if you're not on the Pathways program. All of our shows for our graduating years are public performances, so you'd be more than welcome to come in, grab a ticket online and see one of those shows, or get a free ticket if you're on our Pathways program.
Oh no, that's amazing. Well, if anyone does have any questions, oh, there is a question in the Q&A. She goes, thank you. This looks great. if a young person ticks every box for the Pathways programme, but their parents earn more than £43,000 a year, are there any events, workshops you can offer, for example, for disabled or neurodivergent applicants?
It's a good question. For the Pathways program in particular, we do have to fulfill those certain eligibility to be on Pathways. But what I would say for that individual is to reach out and drop us an email, and we can set up a call, or we can have a discussion about the types of support that are on offer. And it's not just us here at LAMDA who can support people who are coming into LAMDA, especially while they're part of the programs. We have an amazing team. We have student wellbeing, we have student support, and we have a fantastic team of advisors who can look at making it the best possible learning experience and learning environment for those people as well. Things like learning agreements, things that you might have had in school and in college, we can talk about as well. So drop us a note, drop us an email, and then we can always continue that conversation.
Amazing. Thank you. Well, hopefully that's answered your question, Nat. She goes, thank you. And what is a typical day for a student? Because I think sometimes it's like, what's the difference between drama school and university?
So, drama school comparatively to university is very also. Oh no, I'll leave that screen share on for now, shall I, in case anyone wants it. It's far more intensive here at LAMDA than what a traditional university would be. So at regular universities, you might have contact hours of anything between, I think I had friends at uni doing 4 hours a week, 6 hours a week, maybe up to sort of 12 or 16 hours in second and third year, but not really a lot at all. Whereas here at drama school, you'll be doing 8+ hour days every day of the week, in at 9 a.m. for warm-ups, 10 a.m. classes start, classes finish about 5:30, but then more often than not, students will be here booking out spaces, doing extra rehearsal time for either for projects they're working on in class, or one of the million like extracurricular opportunities there are as well. So not only are you learning to perform in class time and doing shows in class time, but then there's cabaret nights, and there's kind of extra musical performances, or different themed events going on all year round that students, it's another opportunity to perform, and so they're in rehearsals for that. Or you have professional development classes on an evening, and all sorts of things. So in terms of the length of the days and your contact time, it is full time compared to that of a kind of academic university. And then specifically the structure of your day, as I say, warm-ups start about 9 a.m. And in your first year, that tends to be led by a tutor. But second and third year, you're left to self-lead your warm-ups 9 till 10. 10 a.m. then classes start, and then you'll have classes in things like voice work, movement work. That can be both kind of abstract movement, but also specific choreography and learning different styles of dance from different periods of time. And then obviously your acting classes. There's a little bit of singing as well on the acting courses. So you'll have singing one-to-one sessions, lunch for an hour, I think they get, and again, more classes in the afternoon until the evening, which is sort of self-led time. That's generally what your days look like, yeah. And then around shows and things, more rehearsals will amp up.
Intense, but you're doing something that you're obviously incredibly passionate about. So it probably doesn't feel like uni or studying or education. You're probably just hanging out with friends and really crafting in what you love. Miranda's got a question here. She goes, how many young people are on the courses, or is it similar to other drama schools which prioritizes 20 years plus?
So it's a very small group of people that are on our courses. In each year of the BA acting, there are about 30 to 32 individuals on that course. We do get a lot of applicants, so that can sometimes seem a bit scary to people applying, but you can always apply multiple years. You can take part in programs like the Pathways program that can support your understanding and your preparation to make sure that you're ready to enter into a drama school. In terms of the age of the participants, there is no requirement for anyone to be a particular age other than being 18 years old at the start of their program. So there's no priority given to anyone of a particular age group. I will say at LAMDA, it's about the ensemble. So a part of the audition process for the acting programs really looks at how they're building an ensemble and how people work together and respond to others. So they do consider that when they're offering places to the programs as well.
And yeah, that's such a good question. So if it is quite, I guess, competitive to get into LAMDA, what are you looking for, or how could people prepare the best?
It's a really good question and a really hard question, because I think maybe historically with drama schools, there was a notion that, you know, every school had a kind of specific kind of actor they were looking for. And that doesn't tend to be the case anymore, especially here at LAMDA. We really do value the individual and bringing yourself, whoever that might be, to your work, to your acting, and to that ensemble, like Laura said. It's really not in anyone's best interest to have a class full of like identical actors and performers, because then you're sending 30 people out into the industry, all who are competing for the same jobs. So it really is about your lived experience, your individuality, how you read and view the text and the plays that you're working with, and what spin you can put on things. Which I know is really annoying and really vague. But as Laura said, the sort of number one thing that if there were to be any kind of particular what are LAMDA looking for, it really is that ensemble ethos. If you're not sure what ensemble means, it's in theatre, this idea of kind of people working collectively as a team and as a company to create the best kind of artistic work and output. So rather than creating actors who might stand in the spotlight and not care for what the rest of their cast are doing, we love working with actors here who are really generous in their work and are giving as much as they're getting from other people. So in a practical sense, that's, you know, in auditions and things, looking at when you're doing group work, how open and available are you to listening to your other actors' ideas, to responding to something that they're giving you, even if it's not the direction you wanted to take a scene? Are you happy to derail and do someone else's idea? Are you present? Are you kind of there looking to play and work with other people? Or are you the kind of actor that might be more, you know, into themselves, which is totally fine. But maybe there are other schools that nourish that side of things. So ensemble, I would say, is the number one thing. And then also, and this would be true of all drama schools, but just a real willingness and ability to take notes and redirection. I think, especially as a young person, and I know I was, but like it's really hard to hear something that feels like criticism. But actually, as an actor, it's kind of your number one job to be malleable and moldable for the director, and for the director to go, oh, like, I love that. Can I see this kind of version of it? And so again, just looking for people that are really open and willing to try new things and be redirected and take on notes. I would say the two big things, ensemble and being redirected, I think.
No, that's really great to hear, because I think people do have preconceptions or misconceptions of what drama school is and the types of people that they have. So that's really great to know that, you know, it is actually being your authentic self, and not, I guess, trying to be someone that you think a drama school will, you know, want, and really lean into that.
Absolutely. And they can tell. The panelists are very, very good at what they do, and they can see that, and they can see when you're being authentic and being yourself as well. I also wanted to pick up on something, May, that you asked about preparing, and if it is competitive, and things that that people can do as they prepare to apply to drama school. And of course, taking part in programs like the Pathways program is a great way to prepare and make sure you understand what's involved. But there are lots of amazing youth arts organisations around the country as well. So check out what is near to you. A lot of them are free, and because we have amazing partners all across the UK that do fantastic work with young people. So make sure you're getting involved in your local area, because there's lots of opportunities that you can do close to you to build your skills, to practice those things that Eleanor was talking about, and working with others and being an ensemble. So I would encourage that too, especially if there's anyone on this call who is a bit younger and isn't quite at the point where they're applying, but they're just thinking about their pathways of what's next. That would be something we would encourage.